tell you, Fresh, these shows are getting so exciting.
So exciting.
We are on. I don't even know what are we on tonight.
I think we've done 15. 15 of these suckers so far.
Do you know we have a guest tonight?
Have you seen him yet?
Dude, he is so fucking hot.
He is.
Not only is he physically hot, but he is hot, like blowing the fuck up the DIY e-liquid game. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. Ignition. Ignition. Lesson fucking 15. Fresh from the kitchen. I have so many shows, Fresh, that I forget the name of the show that I'm on. Fresh from the kitchen, DIY on TVC. And this week we have a special guest, Zesty Vapes from Zesty Vapes channel on YouTube. What is up, Zesty Vapes?
How you doing, man? How you doing?
Good. Do you like to go by Zesty, or do you have it like is that your real name, Zesty?
No, it's not my real name. My real name is Brandon.
Brankin?
Brandon.
Brandon.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon. I like the name,
Yeah.
Brandon. Yeah, you never know, because you got like Mike Vapes, right? He's Mike Vapes, that's his real name. But then you got other people like Zesty Vapes, or what about Fresh? Fresh's name is Fresh, that's his first name, Fresh.
That's right. Last name's 03.
His last name's 03, so yeah. Anyway,
It all works out that way.
so as always, Fresh03 from Fresh03 on YouTube is also in the hizzy in the kitchen, and we have got a hell of a show tonight. I'm gonna actually take a back seat. I'm gonna probably take loud pulls on my vape, and maybe interrupt a little bit. But Fresh is gonna take us a guide into the life and the love that is Zesty Vapes DIY experience. So I can't wait. I'm gonna sit back and learn a lot about Zesty, and I don't know, Fresh. I'm excited. You need to take control and just tap it in. Just guide me in.
Just got it in. Well, I mean, first thing, I believe we're going to mix up a little bit of Zesty's cherry Kool-Aid. I believe is
yes.
our first task of the evening.
Mm.
So this is a cherry Kool-Aid vape, right?
Mm-hmm. True. Yep.
Cherry Kool-Aid, and I guess while we're mixing here, you can kind of give us an idea. On like the process that went into creating this, because quite frankly, if you take a look at this recipe and you see that just the sheer amount of cherry that's in this, I would be like, you ballsy motherfucker.
Yeah. The main idea of what I came for this is, well, we all drink Kool-Aid, but I was drinking it one day and I was like, this is really, really good, and I have flavor concentrates that could match this profile. So I just did a small little batch of in these little red bottles right here. I think I did 3 batches of this, and then I think I nailed it down pretty solid, and then I just released it.
I like it. And this was one of your very first recipes, right?
One of them.
How long
yeah.
have you been doing DIY, Zesty?
I think I've been doing it for like 2 years now, something around that area.
Yeah, I believe it's about 2 years. I believe that's when Uncle Raven brought you to my attention.
Mm-hmm.
We all love the Uncle Raven, telling us to go fuck ourselves. So how exactly did you get started on DIY, Zesty?
Well, to be completely honest, I didn't even want to get into DIY at first, but one of my friends, he used to mix his own e-juice, but he stopped vaping, and he saw that I was vaping a lot. He was like, hey, I have a lot of flavor concentrates I'm not using anymore, so do you want them? So I was like, of course I want them, but I had no idea of what to do with it. The DIY community was nowhere as big as it is now, but I just started learning little by little, just mixing up just simple recipes, and then I actually came up with my very first DIY e-juice recipe, which was my raspberry vanilla bean ice cream, and then it blew up. And then I saw that people really, really liked what I was doing, so I just went forward with it.
Awesome.
Now, do you find that like some of your best mixes are the ones that you nail pretty quickly, or do you find that sometimes like the more complex ones are the ones that are more satisfying?
Well, I would say like more my simple ones are the ones that people enjoy the most, but my favorites are my complex ones, like my crimson cupcake. It's like a strawberry cupcake with frosting on top. That one's one of my favorites, but everybody's favorite is my raspberry ice cream.
And that was your first one.
Yes, it was. My
That's
very
so
first one.
crazy. You sometimes wonder if like your favorite is just because of the heart and soul and time you put into it, and I wonder if that affects your palate. You know what I mean?
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah. Sometimes when we get overly complex with stuff, I know for me it's like I need to have this many flavors or else it's going to seem like it's amateur. You know, well it is fucking amateur, you idiot. Like you're a beginner. You know what I mean?
Amateur hour, Brian. Amateur
Yeah.
hour. So
What are you doing, Fresh?
I am mixing up cherry Kool-Aid.
You never had it yet?
Hmm? I've had cherry Kool-Aid before.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
I'm just doing a quick mix, kind of give everybody an idea here.
Okay, yeah. I was thinking about doing another Kool-Aid flavor, but I have no idea which one I should do next.
But, like that's always a good thing to ask the audience about is, hey, what do you guys want to see next?
Well, let's talk about the most popular Kool-Aid flavors. What do we have? Cherry's obviously really, really popular. Grape is another popular, right?
That is true. That is true. Let me actually look at it. See
Blue?
The blue.
just a blue flavor.
Yeah. Can we do
Which I
blue
think
flavor,
is supposed to be a
please?
blue raspberry, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like a blue raspberry.
Yeah, I think that's what it is actually.
So how did you get into vaping, Zesty? Like, what's the story there? Like, how did you find this wonderful community?
I used to smoke when I was in high school, and then ever since I got out of high school, I think it was like a year later, I just stopped cold turkey. And then the job I'm actually working at now, I wanted nicotine again, so I was going to the convenience store. I was going to buy a pack of cigarettes, but right next to the cigarettes was a small little vape pen. I think it was like an Eagle or something like that. And I saw it. The guy behind the counter was telling me all about vaping. He said it was a little bit safer, it tastes better, smell better, and all that good stuff. So I picked it up. I really didn't have good hopes for it, but I actually did like it. And I just slowly started upgrading until I actually got my channel.
Had you had any aspirations prior to vaping to do a YouTube channel for whatever reason? I mean,
Actually, I did. Not a lot of people know about this stuff, but I used to have an old YouTube channel. It was a gaming channel. It's still on YouTube if people want to look at it. My hair was a lot shorter, and I don't like to look at those videos anymore. But it's my hair is a lot shorter, and yeah, I still like to go to my old channel for nostalgia reasons.
where do you live?
Richmond, Virginia.
Oh, okay, so you're on the East Coast like me.
Mm-hmm.
Eastern Coast. Yeah, we didn't
One
get
of
a
the
chance to really hang out much when we were in Atlanta. I wish we would have had more time, but there were so many people, and I didn't really even know you. So, I saw you. I saw you a couple times.
Atlanta or Detroit?
Detroit.
Okay, I was about to say, I can go to Atlanta.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Detroit. They were so close to one
Zesty-
another. I get
Zesty
confused.
Zesty drove like 16 hours to hang out with us
Yeah, it was Detroit.
in Detroit.
Yeah, I was so tired.
Yeah, I think a lot of times we burn ourselves out going to those events, and it's only 2 days, and by the time you recover, you're going home.
Well, Zesty, you only drove up for that one day, right? Like you drove up for one day and took back off.
Yep.
Oh, that's a good one in chat. Vaping Fish said he likes the grape, but he also likes the punch one. There's like a fruit punch Kool-Aid.
I don't think I ever had the fruit punch flavor Kool-Aid before.
Maybe we need to run to the store and grab a whole bunch of Kool-Aids and just reminisce about the flavor.
Just whatever the creme de la creme is.
To be honest with you, to me, they taste like sugar water with coloring in them. You know what I mean?
But you said grape. I tried to do a grape flavor before, but it didn't turn out that well.
ST wins. ST wins.
I had to go back to it. Because the only grape flavor I had at the time was Flavor grape, and that's not a good grape flavor in my opinion.
No, a good grape for Kool-Aid be grape juice.
Yeah, that's really good.
It really would work really well.
Zesty, have you tried Perillum Super Sweet yet?
I have not. I've never used any of their concentrates yet.
No. I'm just wondering if I could substitute. I mean, I have the other one, but I just wanted to try it and see how it was. It's probably the same thing. It's probably the same thing. Yeah. Anybody in chat try this yet? The Super Sweet from Perillum? Super Sweet? Perlum. Anything I need to be aware of?
I'm assuming it's just your general sucralose mix.
Yeah. I was doing a lot of reading today about sweeteners because in the next couple weeks, guys, we're going to be having a show on creams. We're going to have a show on tobaccos, but also I think sweeteners is something we need to focus on to talk about.
Yes.
The different options. We had a little chat going before the show started tonight. I don't like to talk too much before the show because I like to have it be fresh have it be fresh. Yeah, so we can talk about it, in real time and have it be more natural and less edited and fucking, like we're in a studio or some shit. But yeah, so I'll be looking forward to that. And Zesty, now that you're on the show, man, I would love to pick your brain and have you join us in the future again too.
Oh yeah, of course.
Absolutely. So that is surprising. The cherry in that is surprising. It's surprising, especially like I said, it being at a 9%. That's 9% cherry.
Yeah, I think so.
You're madman, Zesty.
Yeah.
I never would have actually expected a cherry flavor out of it like that initially, but yeah, you surprised me. And you do some mixes that I wouldn't even think of, which is why I like watching your stuff. Like what's he doing with that Flavor West? That Flavor West is terrible.
Put that down. Put that down.
Put it down. Zesty, stop. Zesty, stop. But Zesty keeps going. No, we need more percent. Zesty, you're crazy. And he shakes it up and he vapes on it. He's like, yeah, this DX cinnamon roll works really nicely. Like, son of a bitch. I haven't had any success in my life with DX cinnamon roll.
We need to add like that red number 5 or whatever the fuck that's called, just so that when you vape this, your tongue and teeth get all red, just to make it more realistic. A little hint, yeah. I want the full blown fucking bloody mouth look that you get when you put a lot of Kool-Aid into a pitcher, The
full on Joker lipstick.
Yeah.
Just running back both sides.
Even the hand that you use the spoon to put the sugar in, even your hand that gets touched is red and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just stained for days and days.
Yep.
No matter how much you wash, it's just gonna be red forever.
Yep.
Yeah.
So this is a shake and vape. Pretty simple. I mean, this is not a very complex recipe, and I'm going to mix it actually as you guys were talking during the show. I had to find my... I was telling the guys before the show, one of my DIY challenges right now is I need to have a runner. You know what I mean? I need to be able to say, natural cherry, and have somebody go run and find it for me. Because shit just goes missing. It'll be right in front of you, and it's like, it's torture. So...
Oh, just you wait, Brian. Just you wait when you get even more flavors, and then
I'm hitting the 200 flavoring threshold right now for fresh.
Yeah,
200.
I don't even know how many I have.
Just staring at that shelf.
I'm gonna give a shout out to Kimmy because she actually organized all my flavors in my flavor stash. What a huge fucking awesome thing that was.
Hell yeah! Then you know if you actually have something, and you can go look. You can go look. Yeah.
Yep.
Awesome, Kimmy. Kimmy hit 5,000 followers on Instagram today as well.
She did. Congratulations, Kimmy. Everyone follow Kimmy Vapes on Instagram. And also, check out Zesty's Instagram, at Zesty Vapes.
That's right. At Zesty.
At Zesty Vapes, right?
So, do you want to go into your kind of your when you're initially starting working on a recipe? I know if we catch one of your live shows, we'll see you working on recipes. But just kind of like when you're looking to get started on a recipe, like what direction do you take? Because like I said, you do things that I just shake my head at, and they turn out wonderfully. So,
well, the very first thing I do is I come up with an idea in my head. Maybe I want to do like you do a cinnamon roll. The very first thing I would do is actually go out and buy a cinnamon roll and actually eat it and take flavor notes. So I'm like, well, I taste more of a bready note more than cinnamons, and then I'll just write down my notes. Like a lot of bread, a little bit cinnamon, maybe like a little bit of cream cheese frosting on there, and then I'll look at my flavors and see what will match that profile and at what percentage, and then I'll mix it up in a small little bottle, maybe 10, 15 milliliters at the most, and then I would shake it up, vape it, set it down, do another batch of it, and I'll just label all of them, and then maybe like a week later I come back, each one and see which one tastes the most. I mean, tastes the best to me, and then I'll just fine tweak it a little bit, and I'll just release the recipe.
When you release a recipe, do you ever like look at the feedback that you read and ever try what they give you the feedback and say, oh, you know what, that's right, that's better?
Always. I think it was my strawberry lemonade Pop Tart. Somebody told me to lower the cream cheese frosting a little bit, and I did it, and it tastes a lot better actually.
Yeah, cream cheese frosting is kind of one of those mysterious flavors. Like if you don't nail it exactly what the recipe's calling for, it can be an odd thing. Can be an odd note, and then your steep time gets crazy, unfortunately, with it. So yeah, if anybody's ever at home during like you normally do your live shows kind of in the middle of the day, right, Zesty?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So Zesty is usually live doing mixing vids in the middle of the day. So give Zesty a subscription. That way you can get a notification for when he's doing a live show. But you'll see a lot more of what his process is like and just what he's trying and taking suggestions from the audience. And you can also, he has a little computer voice that you can get to say anything you want, which is always kind of fun.
Please don't.
His viewers do get a little. We didn't get all that out of hand the other day.
JFM development did.
Yeah, JFM. He just. I think he said that he wanted Zesty to touch him, and hold him close or something like that.
He said, "I love to rub my nipples on my live show." I was like, "Oh my gosh, god damn it!"
Do you like to rub your nipples on your live show?
I'm not going to answer that question here, but I'm not going to answer that question.
Dude,
Okay.
let me just tell you something. You can rub your dick on this show. It's all over.
That's true. That's true. My hands haven't been visible since I got done with the mix. I'm just saying.
I had an accident on a boogie board as a kid where I didn't put wax on the board and like sand was on my nipples and I like really tore them up and they haven't been the same ever since. I have like permanent fucking damage on my nipples, I think.
Nerve damage on the nipples. Oh.
Yeah.
So I was actually going to remix the recipe again, and this time I was going to use stevia rather than the sweetener, just because I recently got a stash of stevia in. Don't need much more than a 10 ml bottle, and very strong sweetener. And I'm going to see what it does to the recipe this time around.
You see what I deal with? See what I deal with here? People just come in here and just when you get out of here, just when I say get out, that doesn't mean for you to come in.
We could do poses.
You can hug him if you want.
No, please don't hug me.
You can hug him real hard. Hug him real hard.
Okay.
Yeah.
You always got. You still staying here, aren't you? You gonna stay in here? You hear me?
Well, let's introduce our guest.
Exactly. We have another special guest. This is.
No, we had no special guest.
Let's close this. Welcome.
God damn it.
Welcome to the Creep Show. To the Creep Show. To the Creep Show.
I like it. I like it. So
Thank
while
you,
he's
Zeta.
standing directly over your shoulders, Zesty, do you have any ideas for a recipe?
The only recipe that I'm working on right now is it's a deep fried peanut butter and jelly.
That I'm very fascinated in. You were, let's see, to get your fried note. What what were you thinking on that?
I was thinking like flavor art on Zapola. It's more of like a donut flavor, but that's what I was going with. And I got some new flavors in from Flavora that I'm actually still working on. Maybe that could actually hit the flavor note that I'm looking for.
I think Zapola is probably a good direction to go because you can get a nice fried note out of it. I think that's going to be very helpful for you. And then trying to think what else would be good. So, do you have a preferred peanut butter? Which peanut butter do you like to use?
I like to use the Berkman Princess peanut butter.
TFA peanut butter, not bad. Stu wants to know who dat. Hunter Presley says hi, Zesty's brother.
Yeah, that's my brother.
Gotta love brothers.
You do gotta love brothers. Even when they're standing over your shoulder, he just looks like he wants a hug, Zesty.
He's not getting one.
He's just observing.
He looks heartbroken that you're not willing to hug.
I really don't care.
So let's see here. We've covered kind of your process a little bit. And so basically a lot of the recipes you do are a little bit, especially when you release them on video, you do more beginner recipes.
I'm sorry.
And as abruptly as he showed up, he leaves.
Exactly.
So you do focus. You seem to focus a little bit more on like beginner DIY on your channel, which is so like obviously it's easy to get carried away when you're doing DIY when you start whipping out recipes. So what led you kind of in that direction that you wanted to focus on kind of that new person getting into DIY?
Well, because when it comes to new mixers, they have so many questions. They have so many questions, and when it came to me, I actually started mixing. I had a lot of questions, and there were a lot of people out there to really to get questions from. So that's why I really wanted to focus on new mixers.
Very cool. Very cool.
Someone says, make him do something, Zesty, a little dance or something.
He might have busted a move for us.
If that was my brother, I would have given him a little underhand crack to the sack. I would love to see a Zesty brother of wrestling match live on the show.
Oh no.
No?
You look like you're quite a bit taller than him, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
he looks a
Like,
little
I think
stacked, you know what I mean?
I think you could just do that number on him, Zesty. I think you just grab him by the forehead and he's just.
So since you focus your channel a lot on beginners and helping people get started, do you find yourself inundated with questions every day on like basic stuff from people? Do you enjoy that part of it, or does it drive you nuts? Both, a little bit of both.
I get so many questions, and I've answered these questions a million times. I get them on my email, my Instagram, my Snapchat, my Twitter, my YouTube channel, my live mixes. I get them everywhere, even on Xbox. I'm just playing the game. I get a random message. Hey, how do I do this? I'm like, oh my God, I answered this question already. But I mean, it comes with it. I love it.
You should create like a format where you have like 20 replies, and all you have to do is just push like a button, and it'll send the same reply. Shit's about to go down. He brought the towel in and everything.
I know, right? It wouldn't be a Zesty live show without a little family interruption, though.
Yeah,
That's what I do like.
Makes me want to call my brother up.
I talked to my brother yesterday. He got courthouse married today.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're doing a ceremony later the year.
Nice.
So Zesty, are you going to suggest a dance move for him?
I can tell him. The people on here want the dance move. That's it. Just.
Does he mix?
Yeah. Does he mix or does he just vape your liquids?
He just vape mine. He just comes in every now and again and just pick up my mod like he is now and just vapes it and leaves.
Nice.
I would, but I quit vaping last week.
You quit vaping last week as you put down my mod.
You should put an 18 milligram liquid in your mod on the table, so when he comes in to take a quick pull, he's like, "What the fuck?"
That's a good idea. It's a really good idea.
And Zesty's looking for his nick. Mix this one up extra special.
Just for you.
Or put your drip tip in your ass crack.
That's a weird smell.
That's a savory flavor you got there.
New flavor, concentrate. Go ahead and vape it.
Yeah.
So
do you have any plans, on the evolution of your channel as it grows and as you gain more subscribers? Are you always like sort of thinking of new and interesting ways to keep people's attention and improve your content?
Yeah, I'm actually looking for like a new camera setup, like because until this day I'm just using just straight my phone to actually record my videos. But I'm always looking for new ways to actually like create new content.
And one thing I actually really like about Zesty's channel and his videos is just kind of how simple your setup is when you're talking about the recipe. Like you just show people the flavor, tell them what percent, tell them why you used it, and then you're on to the next one, and then you're on to the next one. So your videos are very, very quick and concise, which I don't think I'm capable of doing.
Oh, get out of here, Fresh.
I don't think I'm capable of being quick and concise. I think I did the quickest DIY video I've ever done like last week, and it was a 10-minute video for like 5 flavors. But you go watch Zesty's videos, and Zesty's got a great explanation of the recipe, great, just great walk through the recipe, and he's done in, like 5 minutes, and he's out the door. Which I think that's a really great video setup, and the way that you have your videos arranged works really well for someone just getting into DIY, which we do happen to have a lot of those folks here who are just now starting to get into it, and they may not, understand why I would use, natural cherry at some ungodly percent when fresh plant over here saying, please don't touch that stuff,
Yeah, because if there's one thing that I really watch carefully, it's my analytics on YouTube, and I noticed that my average watch time is probably around like 4 minutes. So I don't like to keep my videos too long, because if I keep my videos too long, I know that people are going to start leaving, and they're not going to get the information that I really want to get out there.
Yeah, and
I think editing is a challenge.
Yeah, and I think Zesty's managed that really well, as far as, like I said, folks just getting into DIY and just kind of checking it out. You can walk into a video, get an explanation of why you use the flavor at what percent, and just it's all right there in just a really quick video.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, I think that's why your channel is quite frankly blown up over the last year or so.
Yeah.
You trim the fucking fat. People, some people just want to get home from work, do a mix, and get on with their life at night. Their life isn't sitting in front of YouTube. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So that's good, man. Yeah. I love that everybody comes at things from a different place, and it attracts a different audience. It's really cool. So how many new mixes are you working on at any given time? I mean, are you doing like one a week, one a month, 3 a week?
Oh God, I would say like 7 a week.
7 a week, or busting out like vapeable mixes a week?
I have a lot of recipes that are private that I'm still working on, but once I get them down, I would definitely release them. Like as of right now, I'm working on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 recipes right now.
Right. I remember early in my vaping, like there was I'm not gonna mention this company because I think that they provided a service at a time when the industry was much simpler and there was a lot less competition. But back in the day, you had $23 bottles or $23 30 mils of liquid, and or you had these sort of lower end, less fit and finish bottles, cheaper, less complex flavors. But you had your root beer float, your gummy bear, they probably had like 100 different flavors. And I didn't know it at the time, but part of the reason was it was like VG, nicotine, and if you got a Fruit Loops flavor from them, it was fucking TFA Fruit Loops at a percentage they figured out, and that was it. There was no skill. It was just adjusting the percentage until it tasted as strong as they wanted it to, and then whatever VG, PG percentage you wanted, and that was it. Things have changed so much since then.
It has.
I think our expectations and our palates have become much more sophisticated and advanced. You know what I'm saying, Fresh?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Much more. Like, we expect more from e-liquid these days. We didn't know
Like
anything was possible. Like, just to nail a Swedish fish flavor back in the day was like, oh my god, he fucking nailed Swedish fish. You know what I mean?
Right. That's right. Swedish fish is Flavor West Swedish fish at like 6% and then like 2% ethyl maltol.
Boom, you're done.
And you nailed it. You nailed it. And then they send it out and charge you $30 for a 20 or for a 30 ml bottle.
So true.
So.
But that shit doesn't fly anymore.
No, not with DIY growing as it's growing quite quickly, I believe, and I think that's you kind of see the rise of like Wayne's channel and Zesty's channel. You see a lot more people getting into the scene, and they can go and start watching Zesty's videos, and as they progress, they can jump over and watch like Wayne's videos, and then we've got these nice live shows. I'm doing a live show. Zesty, it seems like every time I go outside for a break in the afternoon, I'm like, oh shit, Zesty's live. All right, let's see what he's up to. Which is awesome.
Also, those videos where you do these mixes, like that content doesn't get old. Like with hardware reviews for like mods and stuff, you review it this week and a month from now it's pretty much irrelevant. Like it doesn't have a shelf life. Those views, the views are quick and they're sudden and you get a lot of them. But then once it's done and once it hits its peak, it's like it comes and then it's fucking, there's no energy left. But with you, it might start off slower and then just continue to grow. And 3 years from now, there's still people wanting to make a fucking good, Kool-Aid mix or whatever. It's kind of organic
simple,
that way.
Yeah, it's a nice simple Kool-Aid mix. I'm enjoying this a lot more than I remembered liking it. Quite honestly, and I do like the use of the sweet tart in there to kind of get the powdered Kool-Aid taste to it. Which is
but I can't find my Kool-Aid or I can't find my sweet tart fresh.
You can't find your sweet and tart?
No. Anyway,
I thought I had TFAs, but all I had was Flavor Wests, but they're fairly equivalent flavors.
Yeah.
It's kind of a hard flavor to mess up.
I need me an apron.
I'm telling you, Zesty, it makes the show, doesn't it?
Where's my apron? I ain't get one.
Well,
that's Fresh's responsibility.
We'll have to start doing junior member shows.
Whoa.
You're gonna have to earn one of these,
Hi,
buddy.
Don just did a super chat. United we DIY. It is where we are heading. And a heart. Well, I love you too, Don.
Hi, Don.
Love you, Don. And yeah, Don's absolutely right. I think, kind of the place where we've gotten ourselves to, Zesty, is where at some point, if things kind of progress the way they're progressing, that everybody's going to have a little bit of DIY knowledge. And I think your channel's perfect for someone tuning in and saying, hey, I've heard about this DIY stuff. People always say it's easy. And then they just go watch your channel and you're just like, boom, boom, boom. Here's the mix. We're done. And it's like, oh, okay. That is really easy.
Bam.
Bam.
Let me stop.
There you go. Bam, bam with a chuckle, everybody. That's the Zesty trademark move when he's showing you his flavor. Bam, stevia. It makes me chuckle. I love the vibe you've got going on your channel. It's just kind of, when it's business time, it's business time. But when you're jumping on your live shows, you're always having a lot of fun with the audience. Usually jamming out to some tunes and just kind of doing your thing, which I really have dug your channel.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I hope everybody gives Zesty a try. Zesty's a really, really awesome guy. He does some really, really good mixes. Like I said, he does things that I never would have thought about doing. Never would have thought about taking a cherry Kool-Aid direction in the direction you went. I probably would have been like 0.5% of black cherry and 0.5% of this black cherry and scared that it was going to go straight cough syrup.
Oh, no.
Rather than just going full bore like Zesty.
I'm a risk taker.
Like your cinnamon roll recipe, you made me delay my cinnamon roll video for a week.
Sorry about that.
I'm sitting there, I jump on one of Zesty's live shows, I'm sitting there watching, I'm like, oh, what are you making, man? He's like, cinnamon roll. I was like, son of a bitch, that's what I was going to do this week.
God damn it.
So yeah, I had to delay my cinnamon roll for a week. Didn't have the hype that I had built up in my mind for it. But
yeah, I'm gonna get the cinnamon roll out. What's he mixing? Cinnamon? Well, fuck. I ain't gonna do this then.
I know, right? And then you're using DX cinnamon roll. I'm like, why are you using DX cinnamon roll? You're like, I like it. It's good. So, and it's just, it's another perspective when you get into the scene. It's always nice to have that other perspective because, quite frankly, I don't like DX cinnamon roll.
I love it.
That's why I was like, see you mixing with some crazy percentage on something. Zesty, stop. Just stop, Zesty. Why?
Put the flavor down.
And then you shake it, and you're like, oh, that's really good.
Fresh, we should do something like Survivor, but it's like, instead of being stuck on an island with limited resources, you should be stuck in a room with like a collection of the worst flavorings that nobody likes, and the goal is to find who can come closest to like a vapable flavor out of it.
I think Zesty would probably rock it out because he just goes balls to the wall with it.
He's like 15 milliliters of cactus.
15% Inawera cactus. 5% Mary Jane, and then your 3% eggnog to smooth the whole thing out.
Oh yeah,
And
you're
it's-
done.
Like a cactus Mary Jane eggnog. This doesn't sound vapeable at all. And then Zesty hands it off. It's like, well, shit, that is kind of good.
Like what the hell? Like he's cheating. God damn, he's cheating.
Zesty's cheating somewhere. Zesty's in the background. Yeah, the pure VG as he's dumping just sweetener in by the bundle.
He had strawberry ripe over there. I saw him.
Yeah, I saw him with it. Is that blueberry wild, Zesty? Don't you try and play no tricks on me.
Like no, it's not.
Dude, I'll tell you.
You said you got 8 recipes going right now. Generally, just kind of a general. How long do you think it takes you to just kind of run like from beginning to end to get to a recipe? I know each recipe varies, but just kind of as a general statement, how long do you think it takes you to rock through a recipe?
I would say maybe a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks on a recipe average.
Okay. Quicker than a lot of mine and slower than a lot of mine. So, I mean, that's a fairly good. I mean, when you're able to focus down on a recipe, because a lot of times you get distracted by life and.
Yeah, because like me, I work a lot. Like I work probably 50 hours a week at a job, something like that. And then I come home, and then all I want to do is just want to go just straight to sleep. But I know I got a lot of work to do. Like it's crazy.
I know I've drug you onto different shows, and usually come on, you usually look a little dazed, and you're like, all right, I'll do a mix, and you mix something up, and you're like, all right, that's good. I'm going to sleep later.
Yeah, I'm going to sleep. Yeah.
Like it was a good time. It was a good time hanging out with you, Fresh.
Oh yeah, it was good, but yeah, I'm going to sleep now. I'm just gonna pass out in my chair or something.
I'll tell you, just from sitting here and smelling these different flavors as I'm dripping them in here. What's really cool is the cherries are so fucking dominant, but then when you smell how dominant that sweet and tart is, it's almost like the two positives balance each other out and create a negative. Like it's two opposing forces almost, man. It's really weird.
Yeah, and it's kind of this recipe. Like I said, it tripped me out when I saw how much flipping cherry you were using. Just blew my mind, because cherry's a flavor that, I mean, everybody's frightened of, but
Yeah,
you turn around and Zesty's got some new cherry flavor coming out.
he's crazy.
How'd you do it, Zesty?
How long after you started this, Zesty, like before you started getting some recognition and some respect from people that, you know, when you did something crazy like that they didn't say, oh, that's fucking bullshit, it's never going to work out, and like actually people started trying it to see if it worked, they got to respect you to even try it, right?
It took a while. I would say, I'd probably say like a year, something like that. But I mean, I still get those comments and everything on my Eat Liquid recipes. People are like, why'd you use this shit at like 10% or like 7% for like this flavor? I'm like, I like it. I mean, did you mix it? Yeah, but no. Well, go mix it and then tell me how you like it. Then a few days later, I like it.
Yeah.
Exactly. You know, yeah, because you do really kind of run contrary to a lot of what goes on in my head when it comes to recipes. Like, I'm just like, why is Zesty doing that? I don't understand. And I'll go in and I'll look and mix it up, and I'm like, well, that's actually a lot better than I thought. Okay. Damn it, Zesty. Proving me wrong, my friend.
That's kind of really cool, though. It just shows how complex this shit is, you know?
Exactly. Yeah, and that's like I was saying, it's, you know, the different taste buds and different perspectives on flavors. Because Zesty uses a lot of flavors that I completely discounted previously. Like, no, that flavor's absolute shit. I don't like it at all. And then Zesty's whipping up a crazy mix.
Zesty, what's your ultimate flavor profile? Like, what is like if you could pick one flavor type that you just love, what would it be?
Oh my candy profiles.
Candy?
I cannot put them down. I got so many in front of me. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I got like 5 of them right in front of me right here. It's just something I like about it. It's just so sweet and just in your face. I just love it.
You know what's
Like,
funny? I think I figured something out, Fresh, and
Yep.
this is a generalization, and there's probably not 100% truth. There's always going to be exceptions to the rule, but from the community and from having many friends that are of all different age groups, It seems like the younger vapors are into the candy a lot more, and the older vapors are into the creams and the bakeries. Have
Yeah.
you found that to be true?
I you do see a lot of that. Like you'll see a lot of like you'll see a lot of traction for like a custard video, and then if you drop something like a caramel apple that's got a bit of sweetener, you'll see a lot of traction for something like that too. So it's I think there are different demographics. Like younger folks do crave sugar a lot more than older folks do.
Right, the sweetness, I think, too. Like, I remember,
Yeah.
like, I used to love Mike and Ike's and, like, Starburst and Skittles and all chewy candy, sweet stuff. And the older I got, the more I like chocolate and caramel
Yeah.
and, more rich.
The more I start going towards Reese's, give me
Yeah.
anything Reese's.
The deeper the sadness got, the more the more fattening and the less sugar.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. More depth to it, but yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, just an observation. I don't know if there's any truth to that. And there's probably people like, fuck that, man. I'm like 80 and I love fucking sweet tarts.
But we do have a good this is a good time to start taking questions from the audience. I do see Mac Toon. Mac Toon wants to know, have you ever done a sour gummy worm or a sour candy of any type? Zesty?
I actually did the other day. Yeah, I was on Vaping with Me live stream yesterday, and I did a sour gummy worm flavor.
Nice.
It's still a work in progress, but I can put it out in chat, or you can just go on my eLiquid recipe page. It's actually my newest mix. It's jelly candy at 1.5%, sour wizard from Flavor Art at 1%, strawberry smash at 0.25%, strawberry taffy from Capella at 2%, sweetest gummy by the Perfume Apprentice at 4.5%, and strawberry sweet from Capella at 3%.
How much
Nice.
total percentage is that?
Is 12.25.
Very nice. Keith Black wanted us to know. I saw him super chat us. Can't stay and watch. Can't stay. Just wanted to say, fresh out to you, Brian and Zesty, and everyone in chat. Effing love you guys. Love you too,
Thank
Keith
you.
Black.
Well, we fucking
you.
love you. Oh, yeah.
Need a good coffee vape. There's plenty of good coffee vapes, but we've actually got an episode coming up on coffee vapes.
Yes, we have a whole entire episode on coffee.
Yes.
I've got input from Dawn from Adore eLiquid. I have input from Fresh. Yeah, coffee, creams, sweeteners. We have so many shows coming up with great content. I can't even wait.
We do. We also have next week is beverages. Is the beverage episode, so we'll be going over beverages with another special guest.
Who might that be?
That would be the one and only Mixtress Rin Vapes is going to venture out and talk to us about teas, and because she has a lot of experience with a lot more exotic flavors. She's always mixing exotic beverage type flavors. So really excited for Rin to come on and start chatting about some of her experiences.
That's because she is
so-
exotic.
She is an exotic lady.
Yep.
So, what else was I gonna ask you? What else did we talk about on Saturday, Zesty?
Oh, I can't remember. I was so tired. I can't remember. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we got you on to mix up a lemon meringue donut. Next thing you know, Zesty was down. Zesty's down.
Oh yeah,
I
I
think-
actually mixed that, and it came out quite well actually. It could be some work done to it though, but as of right now, it is a solid recipe.
Yeah, usually it's about 3 days you really hit your prime Zappola time, so it should be kind of coming around to what it's going to be right about now.
This
Any questions out there? Anybody? Was it for Zesty while we got Zesty on the hook? They're all talking about coffee vapes.
Coffee's a deep topic, man.
It is. It is.
Adore eLiquid says, Fresh, Brian, and Zesty, are there any flavors that come to mind that you love to eat but desire in a vape?
That I don't desire in a vape,
That you do desire in a vape?
that I also love to eat.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if I could nail down like a really good maple bar,
Ooh, that would be good.
that would be something I'd be really interested in. No chicken and waffle ston.
Worst flavor ever.
Yeah. Like, I've gotten pretty close on... We got you, Don. I've gotten pretty close with a peanut butter cup, starting to get where I like it. Anybody picked, Brian, or is it just general?
I'm just doing everybody.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Go ahead, Fresh. I want to hear your voice.
All right, Brian, take that bottle.
No, I don't want you to tell me. I want you to talk to Dawn or tell people everything.
Tell people everything.
Whatever you want to say, just say it. Say what you
I was
feel.
I was born in Montana.
Yeah, that's what I want. I want Montana talk.
Cats. I had cats growing up, and then we had some dogs. We had a couple
Talk about the
golden
pussy.
retrievers.
Talk about the pussy and the doggy style.
Talk about the pussy. Talk about the pussy. Those cats were crazy, Brian. They used to bite, and we had a cat that lived to be 22, and she hunted until the day she died.
Ah, there we go.
She was such an awesome kitty. 22. Perfect. Look at how frothy that is. Brian's the king of froth in it.
Yep. I have like a microsonic in my fucking bicep.
I tried to go. I tried to go
ultrasonic.
sexy, but I tried to go sexy with it, but Brian wanted it completely awkward.
I want it awkward. You know, it takes really awkward shit to get me excited these days. So thank you for the Montana
Sometimes.
dog and cat dog. Yeah. You know, I find that one of the frustrating things for me with flavors and vaping is that there's a lot of things that I really enjoy that are in the real world, but heat and temperature play a big part in some of the things I enjoy. And that's the one thing besides like trying to fake it out with like a colada or something like that, or like a cinnamon or something hot. It doesn't really replicate. Like, I'll give you an example. I like a Reese's pie, right? Like a cream pie. And part of the joy of that is you get that really cool like Reese's like cream puff cream, and you get that light and also the texture difference between the cream cheese part and then the light whipped cream on top and then the graham cracker. So you can get like a peanut butter cup flavor and you can get like a chocolate or even a whipped cream, and you can sort of mix them. But once you put it in your RDA and you vape it, maybe you could open your airflow to get a little bit more coolness. But it's really challenging to sort of separate that cream pie from like, you know, another peanut butter cup type of flavor. You know what I mean?
I mean, a lot of times once you get that cream pie in there ain't no getting that out.
Let me tell you, it's very, very true. And if you've ever had one break on you fresh, it's a scary thing. I had one time.
It can be a terrifying life experience.
I had a girl tell me she was like a week and a half late once, and I swear to God, I hyperventilated into a plastic bag because I almost lost my shit. Yeah. Could you imagine me being a father?
I could, and I think you would try really hard at it, Brian.
I would try. I try hard at everything, but it doesn't mean. My dad always says, "Don't confuse effort with results," because I put a lot of.
I didn't speak for the results, Brian. I know you, and I know that you would try very hard.
I would try. I'd take it very seriously. Amy says I'd be a Disney dad.
Just with your vape pipe, and next thing you know, you're a Greg Patchuk.
I'm like, come on, kids, let's go out and run in traffic just to make you happy. And then my wife would have to reprimand me and the kids at the same time, and then she'd resent me.
I couldn't be a dad. I couldn't. I don't see myself being a dad. I just don't.
And that's okay. You know?
I would do some awful thing to those kids.
I know a lot of the older I get, the more I know like a lot of people I never thought, like, I'll give you an example. There's a guy named Paul that I went to school with, and Paul was a fucking idiot. And he was funny as shit because he was so stupid. Like, he would pull out in front of traffic and not even look both ways. Like, he was just very forgetful and very silly. And now he's a pilot for Delta Airlines. And he, like, flies across the world. And, like, he has, like, 6 kids and a wife. So you never know the way people are going to turn out with time and experience. So never say never.
Right.
I'm
excited for Brian to give that a little try. Oh, peeling it off, checking for holes.
Gotta take the rubbers off. Oh,
Mr. Miles would like you to know that you're already my daddy, Brian.
Who's your daddy and what does he do?
He works on the Vapor Chronicles channel. Sometimes.
Sometimes.
All right, let me grab my sack, and I'm gonna go grab an RDA. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I don't think that's happening. I don't think Don's ever going to give up the recipe.
For what?
Blueberry something.
What's the flavor profile? Bet you I can clone it.
Oh, you're going to try and clone Don? Oh, I'm not sure. I'm not sure you want to venture down this dark road.
I may end up dead one day.
She may kick you in the head, and that would just be the beginning of the escapades that would take place in Don's flavor dungeon. Let's see here. What's the difference between super sweet and ethyl maltol? One's sucralose sugar and one is confectioner's sugar. So it's two different type of flavors and two different results. Two different. It's like sugar versus cotton candy sugar.
Let me tell you this. I am by no means an expert, but I have vaped a lot of different things, and I have a ton of strawberries and a ton of creams. I have not even come close to being able to figure out what is in another strawberry vape, and I love this juice. I've been vaping it for months, and I helped Dawn create it, but it was really her skill and magic that created it. But we were talking last week on the show with Wayne from DIY or Die about cloning and how challenging it truly is.
Yeah.
Have you ever nailed like an exact clone of something, Zesty?
No.
Not exact.
No.
Close.
You get mighty close.
Yeah, I got close. I got close on certain recipes, on a couple of recipes, but not like a one-to-one recipe. It's almost impossible.
I think you might be able to clone some of the older shit that was pretty simple, and when there wasn't as many flavorings on the market, and people only used CASAA, and you know what I mean. It was just like
Capella. It's either Capella or Flavor West. What direction are we going here?
Right. I'm noticing now that like there's even more. Like I got this the other day, and I was playing with it the other night. This is chocolate peanut butter cup from 101.
Yeah.
And I'm noticing a lot more of the flavorings themselves are more complex, like straight from the actual flavor producers.
Yeah, there's a lot more richness rather than just being straightforward punch in the mouth.
They're almost like a concentrate, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Even the punch in the mouth flavors have their place. So they're very useful.
All right, I'm going to try this.
I'm excited for you to try it. I think you're going to like it quite a bit, Brian.
Oh,
And I'm gonna put this out there that I am not on the regs a candy vapor, but I do enjoy sweet tarts. I mean, I don't dislike any candy. I fucking like candy. If you put some Mike and Ike's on the fucking table, or some sweet tarts, or Fun Dip, or I'll fuck that shit up. Even bottle caps or Boston baked beans. I'll eat old school shit. I don't care.
Oh, I love baked beans.
Yep. Lemon heads.
Hell yeah. I think the flavor profile is going to surprise you a little bit, Brian.
All right. Hold on. Here we go. I'm vaping on the Icon from Mike fucking Vapes.
Mikey motherfucking man.
All right. So I'm going to open the air up more. Can I keep it real? Can I keep it real and tell you exactly what I think?
Absolutely.
It's fucking delicious.
Isn't it?
It's fucking delicious.
See,
It is so fucking good. Wow.
See, and it's surprising with the amount of that, like these cherry flavors that just don't work well.
It doesn't have that like you said, Fresh, that cherry cough syrup. Usually there's like a back of your tongue flavor you get from cherry, and it doesn't have that at all. Like I'm getting more cherry on the front of my tongue, like a sweet cherry, like a sugary cherry almost.
Yeah.
And the sweet tart, it just smooths everything out and makes it like mellow. Like it's fucking delicious, man. It's very, very good, man. Very, very good.
Thank you.
I love it.
Much.
I love it. That you could literally fucking wrap that and sell it in a store, and that shit would sell like it's premium shit. That's a very amazing shake and vape.
Yeah. This is why I love Zesty. He's a hell of a mixer. He's always working on something, but even his simplest recipes, they're really, really well done, and there's a lot of thought put into them.
Dude, that works. That works real good.
Yeah. So if anybody's interested in a cherry Kool-Aid vape,
Yeah,
sweet
all you
cherry
need
vape,
is TPA, black cherry, Flavor West cherry natural cherry, super sweet. I use super sweet from, and I don't know if that plays a part, but super sweet from Perillum, and the sweetness in this is really, really good.
yeah, it's just about right. I use the e-cig Express sweetener. They're all the same thing. It's all just
Yeah.
sucralose mixed at like 10%.
How about you, Fresh? Did you try the other sweetener?
I did not mix it up yet.
You did
I
not.
believe
Are we going to do that before the show's over, just to get a feel, or
How
do you
much
want to,
I-
or no?
Yeah, we got time.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do
We
it
were
with a little
talking.
stevia.
We were talking before the show about coil gunking and sweetener, and how sweeteners in the DIY community, especially from my perspective, from talking to people and chatting with a lot of different people, is a lot of people don't use sweeteners. It's almost become anti-sweetener because of the gunking factor. People don't want to waste sub-ohm coils, and they don't want to have to rebuild their fucking coils every day and burn it off and scrape them and put new wicking in every day. But there, and Zesty actually said this before the show, and a couple other people have said it, that sometimes the premium that you're looking for is loads of sweetener. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
people
just
cover up
loaded.
average recipes or fair recipes, and they just make it sweet so it tastes good, and everybody likes sweet. So how do you fuck sweet up? When you-
And just based on what I'm looking at this, it looks like I'm going to be right around the same percentage as sweetener.
Okay. So I kind of said, like, before the show, I said, well, we don't complain about sweeteners unless you're diabetic or something like that. Like, you wouldn't want a chocolate chip cookie without sugar in it. You wouldn't want a pie without sugar. Like, sweetener's a part of sweets. It's a part, and a lot of people like sweet. I mean, most flavors with e-liquid has sugar flavor type sweetener type in it. And then I brought up that sweetener that Fresh is about to use, the stevia, and supposedly that's less aggressive on breaking your shit down, so you have to rewick it. But he's gonna try two different sweeteners in the same mix and tell us what he thinks flavor wise, what the difference is. Somebody said it has some bitterness to it. I don't know. Anybody also in chat, if anybody's got experience, maybe you could share your stevia experience. Who donated $50
Adore.
Dawn,
Come on, Dawn.
she knows
Come
you're just
on.
going to give it back.
Dawn's trying to get something else. I'm just kidding, Dawn. I love you. That is really, 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 really thoughtful. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Don asks, what's the worst flavor concentrate you all have ever tried?
The worst flavor concentrate I ever tried?
Mhm.
Smelled or actually tasted?
I guess both.
The worst smelling one is bread crust by Flavor Art. Like, it smells so god awful, but it actually tastes like bread. The worst tasting one I ever tried was cookie butter's pretty fucking awful.
I just
Flavor
got
West
that
cookie
too.
butter. Mary Jane by TFA is fucking god awful as well. Just it's a terrible thing. Pretty much any eggnog.
What about flavor or eggnog? I know JFM says it's really good.
I don't know that I've tried that one. Let's see. Natural cherry is at 0.2 grams.
Condensed milk is pretty rough.
I want to spend a weekend with Dawn up in the mountains and just pick her brain and talk about fucking mixing.
Just
We
talk
need-
about. I think that would be an invaluable experience for anybody that was lucky enough.
Yep.
But you also have to realize what sort of a person Dawn is, and she would have you mixing her liquids, or she probably wouldn't trust you to mix her liquids. She would probably have you shaking like 5-gallon drum or 50-gallon drums on each shoulder as she talked to you. And
Yeah.
as you thought you were about to escape back out into the world, you would realize that she's not unlocking that chain, and you're going to be stuck shaking a Dory liquid for the rest of your life.
Yep.
That's the type of lady Dawn is.
She's a chains, whips, and leather kind of person, if you know what I'm saying.
I know what you're saying. I know what you're going down. Black cherry was 0.26 grams.
People really don't like joy about flavor art.
I hate this screen because I can't read chat. Let me raise this a little bit. Hold on.
Which people would have told me before I bought it. Thanks, guys.
Joy's actually really nice for what it can do. It definitely does not smell fantastic.
I have a flavor now that I can't even like smell without getting sick. We did a lot of burn-up mixes in the early stages of this show, and once somebody said that it tastes like Play-Doh, I can't even deal with the donut flavor anymore. That Play-Doh flavor, it just makes me want to gag.
Oh, is it like frosted donut or glazed?
Yeah, glazed donut from Capella's.
Yeah, it does. It's straight Play-Doh. It steeps out, but
I know, but I just can't even deal with mixing it. Like, it makes me dry heave. I need to get Vaseline, or what is that? The Vicks Vapor Rub, and just start putting it under my nose so I don't make decisions based upon initial smells of flavorings.
So
Yeah, I actually have a whole bunch of pancakes. I have a whole bunch of Belgian waffle flavors. I'm playing around with so many different mixes right now. It's my head's gonna explode.
I hear you.
5.52.
Greg just asked, where the heck did Zesty brother go? I have no idea where he went to.
Somebody,
Zesty's not in charge of him.
No, I am not.
All right. So I have my stevia version. Cherry Steveade.
Yeah, it seems like Shane Preston from Vaping Swag would be a great guest to have on. I would love to have him on.
I would love to have him on because he can go over. He does his own extract, so he's really knowledgeable about extracts and the process that goes into them, and he mixes some damn fine liquids.
Yep. I'd love to have Dawn on if she would agree to it, but I'm not sure if she will.
That would be awesome.
I think she'd come on. I don't know how many secrets she would throw out. This is for Dawn right here. This is for Dawn.
I'm gonna do it too, just to join in. Come on, Zesty.
Oh, that was her taking a swing at me. Zesty, you want to get in on this?
You want to get in on this? You want to just stand
So
there?
you don't want to get in on this? Dawn's.
I'm just
She
saying,
loves everybody. Dawn loves everybody. She's open.
I'm just gonna make it really awkward. Just
Dawn, when I send you text messages, I'm not wearing protection. Fresh, I'm holding your hips right now.
Just a little bit harder, Brian. Just a little bit harder. Then I'll move around behind you. It'll be my turn.
I keep a straight face.
I'm playing Poison right now in my head.
Very good.
Everyone knows that fucking reaction. Yeah. All right.
And get it all over yourself.
Zesty's like, what the fuck have I done? He's
been on my show before, Brian. He's aware of what happens.
GFM just said Zesty is getting molested.
Thank God we're not doing lap sitting tonight, Zesty.
All right, so let's try the stevia version and see how much of a difference there is, because stevia is lighter on the coils.
Let's find out. I think Dawn left.
Oh no, she's probably getting a YouTube ripper so she can download the show.
Dawn just said, that's my boy.
Yeah.
We know her knees are shaking right now. She had that full completion, you know, when you start crying a little bit. Yep.
That's actually right on.
ST, can you get or Zesty? I call him ST. There is an ST in there. Zesty, can I get a BAM at the end?
You want me to hold up a flavor concentrate?
Yeah, just go bam.
Okay.
Bam.
Okay. Okay.
That'll be the finishing move. Fresh. Once we get him to do that, we can work up the other things in future shows.
Wait,
That's
what was that?
Nothing. No. Go
Nothing,
ahead.
Zesty. Can we
Okay.
get that bam?
Okay. Bam.
Yeah. Now do this. Do bam, 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 and then start going up and down with it.
Wait,
No.
wait a minute.
I was bam.
You can't even do it, Fred. No, see, that's what happens when you try to do it.
I know.
Anyway,
I didn't get it
so Stevia, what's up, Fresh? What's the impression?
It's actually right on. The stevia is right on.
How different from
They're the same.
really?
Yeah, I'm not tasting anything a whole lot of different.
Interesting. It would be nice to have two different RDAs. Vape them both for a couple days, and then compare the difference on the what it does to the wicking.
I can do that. I can do that and report back next week.
Oh, how awesome would that be? Same mix, same flavors, different sweetener, and we'll check on Fresh next week.
That's right. See if the stevia has given me any of the cancers or anything like that.
Kimmy, I'll show you Needy. Yeah.
That's right. You just wait till after the show, Kimmy.
All right, so lesson 16. This will be Cream Rules Everything Around Me is the name of the show.
Hell yeah.
And yeah, we're going to talk about creams, ice creams, smoothies, steeping creams, fresh creams.
I think I invited Rin on the first.
Rin is going to be coming on lesson 17, which is beverages.
Beverages. So that'll be on the 8th.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want us? We could switch weeks if you need to.
I'll check with her. I think
Check with her and see.
I think I have her locked in for the first. I'll check with her.
Oh, Kimmy doesn't even have a wrench. Jesus. Do you guys like that little Kimmy on the screen? Because she's always in the background helping us out. Fresh, when you watch the replay, you'll see a little Kimmy on the screen.
I see her right over there.
Yep. She took some awesome pictures just for the show. She is now a moderator, I believe. Yep.
Heck yeah.
There you go. And also, Dawn, you're going to be a moderator too. I can't trust Kimmy and Dawn. I can't trust anybody.
I was gonna say the Dawn might be a mistake. My channel hasn't been the same since I handed that wrench out.
Yeah.
Like the long time viewers, they're gone. Long gone.
Dawn wants your
So many
attention.
subscribers.
She's like, "Oh, you've been around since the beginning, have you?"
Yep.
That's right. Cream rules everything around me.
What's up, Vape Queen? What's up? What's up,
Sasha.
Finger Banging Fat Chicks? Singer of Truth's in there. Orbital Joe.
Singer. I had to say hello to Singer, as I always do on my shows.
JFM Development wants to know if he can come on my face for lesson 17. I would say that anything is possible, my friend,
That's right, JFM.
depending on how hungry I get.
Depends on what stage of protein withdrawal because of the workouts.
Samish is here. What's up, Samish? No wrench for you, my friend.
I think that's probably a really wise decision.
Yep. Greg Turner's here. I really appreciate all you guys coming out and watching this show. I know that this is a little something different, but we have a lot of fun making it. I'm learning so much. I'm loving doing the DIY thing, and I love all the people I'm meeting, like Zesty and Wayne and all the other troopers in the DIY community. It's been really satisfying for me. I was getting kind of bored with the standard vape fare, and this has really reignited love for vaping that I didn't have. So,
And I'm having a blast doing it with you, brother.
what's up, Sub-Zero Infinity? Hey Brian, fuck you. Where the fuck my wrench? That's that Australian hip hop lingo. I love it.
That's all it is.
Charity wants a wrench. I was calling her Chastity yesterday. Sorry about that.
She's got 3 kids. I don't know about the chastity part of it.
Giancarlo.
Giancarlo.
Want some candy? Candy. I hear that every day of my life.
Hashtag Kathy's bro.
Bachelor's here. Fuck this username.
That's a great
Zesty,
username.
tell your brother to stop sending me dick pics. So it seems that your brother is sending dick pics.
God damn it. I will talk to him after this.
Yeah. If he's sending dick pics, can I get one?
Yeah,
I'll give you
can
my
we get
number
your
after.
forwarding emails. Forwarding address.
I would love
I
to
have
know
like I have 12,000 pictures on my iPhone, and I swear to God, I think 11,500 of them are dicks.
that. Gotta get those good angles.
It's not my dick. They're just random internet dicks because I like to send funny dick pictures. Like I can't even show this picture, but no, never mind. I'm not even gonna get into it. I gotta be careful on this. This is a mixing show. I'm trying to attract
right.
a different audience. Anyway, so it's 9:14. Zesty, thank you for coming on the show as our guest. I'm sure you'll be back again if you would like. We'd love to have you. Awesome job on this. Anybody that wants to find this recipe, there's a link below the re-upload of this video. Also, if you don't know about mixing and you're new and you're just watching this for the first time, come on over to Facebook. Check out the Fresh from the Kitchen Facebook group. It's a group for beginners, intermediate, and advanced DIY people that love mixing. Tons of people to help you. Every week you'll have a schedule that Kimmy sets up for the show, and you can find links to all the recipes. You can find links to where to get supplies, where to get flavoring, all that stuff, all your needs. Also check out Fresh03. He's gonna have an awesome recipe uploaded right after the show tonight.
It's,
So you can
it's
check
live
out
right now. Live right now.
right now. Another
And that is
recipes.
that is a blueberry lemon curd cheesecake. It is a combination of my cubju custard and my lemon tart recipe. Frankenstein them up real good, and it's tasty. I like that one a lot. So check that out if you like, everybody. Check it out.
Jonathan Smith Bay, do you love me? You look at me when you shake it. I'll fucking look at you. I'll fucking look at you. I contact the shit out of you. Yeah. Yeah, best tip for DIY: have fun, get crystal meth, hookers, and just don't use protection. It's at risk, fun behavior. So there you go.
If you've ever seen Breaking Bad, that's what DIY is all about.
I could see Fresh up in fucking Washington, Breaking Bad, mixing.
That's right. Me and my gray boxer briefs and my apron. That's what I really got the aprons for, Brian. I just used
Yep.
to further my crystal blue persuasion.
Yep. So anyway, same vape time, same vape channel next Monday night, Fresh from the Kitchen. We'll be back with more recipes, more fucking DIY people from the community, more help, more eye contact especially, because we know that's why you're all here anyway. So we'll see you next week. Much love, everybody. Fresh,
Yes.
I would like you to say that you love everyone and give them your feelings.
I love all of you, especially Vapor
Vaporize in
Vapor
chat.
out
I
there.
know. I love you.
Yeah, I love Vapor I want to caress his lovely Asian head. Run my fingers through his thready goatee, and then since he can't grow a beard of his own, I'm just gonna rub my cheek on his cheek.
It's getting weird.
It's a good
Always-
place to go.
I can always count on you, Fresh. Whenever I feel uncomfortable about my own weirdness, I'll just let you talk for about 30 seconds, and it
doesn't take long for me to take it in a direction you didn't think it was going to go.
Yep. Anyway, much love, Fresh. Later, everybody.